You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, let's talk about California. Now, we've done many videos this year on these states going rogue against President Trump in keeping males out of female sports. You know, states like Maine, states like Oregon, states like Washington, and California, which is super blue. Now, I always hear, that California got a whole bunch of conservatives. Yes, they do. But the thing is, they're outnumbered 2-1 by the left. I mean, guys, California, is a complete blue state still. Even though President Trump, he shifted that state like 10 points to the right in the 2024 election, but he still lost California by 20 points. Okay? Got a long way to go, folks, to turn things around in California. But this is one of the reasons also, guys, why the Democratic Party is a regional party. I mean, guys, just imagine if this whole entire country was like California. We'll be done. Women in sports, you'll be done. These Democrats, they want these transgenders to come to your sport and dominate. They made it pretty clear, the Democratic Party is not the party for women. Just not. This is a prime example, guys, because two bills were on the floor to actually protect women from the trans invasion in female sports. Guess what? They both failed. Shocker to no one, considering, this is California. And you actually had female athletes testify that, hey, we don't want these transgenders in our sport. But it didn't matter. The Democrats still went out there and voted against women. They voted in favor of transgenders. Things are going to get a lot worse, guys, for the women in sports in California. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Right over here. California legislature rejects law banning men from women's sports. Not a shocker. But the people in California, they keep voting for their own demise. Now, on a national level, this is a 80-20 issue right here, where even like 70% of Democrats don't want men and women's sports. But in California, I do believe you got a bunch of people that's going to vote blue no matter who. They don't care. As long as you got a D next to your name, you can be against them completely. They're going to go out there and still vote Democrat. And I believe the politicians in California know that. This is sad, This is really sad what's going on. And I believe the major reason why they're actually still doing this they'll probably do this anyway. But President Trump went out there, signed an executive order. California must be against everything that Trump does. Trump could cure cancer, and California would try to find a way to reverse that. Yeah, this is crazy, Absolutely crazy, They blocked a bill that would actually protect women in their own sports. And we know that California is pretty much a sanctuary for transgenders, all kind of left-wing stuff, You're just not going to see California stop. Now, President Trump could actually pull funding from California. Federal funding, I believe, should be wiped out in California. Because these people in California, they're not going to fall in line and keep males out of female sports. Even though Governor Gavin Newsom out there told Charlie Kirk, he said, yeah, this is an issue of fairness. He doesn't believe, so he says now anyway, that males should be playing female sports. We know Gavin Newsom wants the males in female sports. He's trying to paint himself as some kind of moderate for 2028. It's not going to work, Gavin Newsom is a fraud. But let's go ahead and watch this clip here and get a little bit more insight on this bill, these two bills that failed. Let's play it.
Now to our state capital, where two bills that would have banned transgender athletes in girls and women's sports were rejected today in the state legislature, with Democrats holding the majority. Both bills failed as committee members voted along party lines. KTVU's South Bay reporter LaMonica Peters is live in San Jose with more from advocates on both sides of the issue. LaMonica.
Christina, I spoke to a political analyst who says not only did this vote clarify how most Californians feel, but it also brought attention to what's happening there in the legislature.
This was framed very much as being something done in opposition to the Trump Department of Education.
After Assembly Bills 89 and 844 were defeated on Tuesday, political analyst Melissa Michelson says Democrats are pushing back on President Trump's educational agenda, which they say would abandon transgender rights, even with the threat of losing federal funding.
For Democrats, they just see this as a win. They can position themselves as the party of opposition, blocking the Trump agenda, and also being in community with transgender people.
In Nazi Germany, transgender people were persecuted, barred from public life.
Wow. You see, this is how deranged these Democrats are. He's bringing up Nazi Germany, folks. And we already know they're going to try to tie that to Trump.
Tuesday morning in Sacramento, legislators debated the issue and listened to testimony for hours before taking a vote. Sophia Lurie, a spokesperson for California Family Council, testified during the hearing and sent KTVU this statement, saying in part, "Today, they didn't just kill a bill. They sent a message to every female athlete that her safety, privacy, and fairness doesn't matter." Governor Newsom also recently called having trans women in female sports deeply unfair while on a podcast. Still, advocates for the gay and trans community believe the bills are a deflection from the issues Californians care most about.
Dealing with rising health care costs, dealing with public safety concerns, they're focusing on the statistically tiny number of students who just want to play sports alongside their teammates, just like any other kid would.
Now, the California Family Council says that this fight isn't over. They plan to support another bill authored by Shannon Grove, and they hope to get it on the Senate floor this year. Christina?
LaMonica Peters live for us tonight in the South Bay. LaMonica, thank you.
Yeah, so you guys saw that right there, man. Even if another bill is actually put on the floor, guess what? It's going to get shot down. The only bill that would actually pass is actually to empower more transgenders to participate in female sports. That is the only type of bill that would actually pass in California, guys. I mean, this is the times they're living in. This is the times right here. California, super blue state, nothing can be done to actually stop them. They're not going to comply with Trump, so federal funding must be pulled. Now, is California willing to actually do that? I'm willing to bet they're actually willing to do that, folks. I'm really willing to bet they're not going to fall in line with the law, Title IX. They're going to violate Title IX. This is California, man. These Democrats are so deranged, they're willing to violate the law. They don't care about women. They don't care about girls. They want the Blair Flemings of the world to take over female sports. It's just that simple, man. But I'm going to leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.